Hi everyone, I'm Mia.
And I'm Hannah. Today we want to talk to you about our upcoming art project, Selfie and Selfie.
So, the smartphone has given us a whole new means of cultural expression, the selfie. And if you're into selfies, then you've probably taken one, and maybe you wish you didn't have those gray circles under your eyes, but no worries, there are filters and apps that take care of these things. There are many people who talk about the selfie as a hallmark these days of our narcissistic culture. Others talk about the selfie as a kind of new spin on an old idea, that of the self portrait. And also, people often talk about the selfie as a kind of personal brand in the making. So it seems that selfies are really about discovering who we are on some level. For instance, there's this psychological concept, the looking glass self. And it seems to suggest that how we understand ourselves does not come from who we really are, but rather from how we see other people seeing us. So, selfies are a major part of global culture. And every social media site is overflowing with millions of selfies these days. Everyone from the Pope to the Obama girls can be seen in a selfie. So, if selfies are indeed a kind of self portrait, then I think that what's different this time is the context. Because, of course, these images are being posted in an online, networked social space. So, there's the contemplation that comes from the person thinking about their own self image, but then there's also the projection or the aspiration of being a part of a community.
The act of identity construction performed online is at once a private and individual performance, but it's also a communal public activity. So this leads to a major question. What layers of our true selves can be shared in a selfie? What are ways to share an authentic version of the self online? And what does it even mean to be authentic in digital life today? How are people dealing with this? I think that people are definitely finding ways to curate parts of themselves online now, but it's a really complicated process. So this leads to our idea for Selfie and Selfie. We're wondering, what does selfie culture say about the world that we're living in now, and how can thinking about self-representation in the digital age help us make better decisions about sharing parts of ourselves, and even help us to understand one another better? We would love to know your thoughts on selfie culture. We're inviting all of you to participate in our public art project called Selfie and Selfie. We'll be aggregating your creative ideas on this cultural phenomenon in order to generate further reflection on self-representation and online identity in the digital age. There are many questions that we want to explore while embarking on this public art project. For instance, in what ways do traditional forms of self-representation in social media miss the mark? What aspects of yourself are not captured by your best selfie, and how would you choose to display other aspects of yourself online? Do you refrain from sharing parts of yourself online? If so, why?
So, we invite all of you guys to join us in thinking about these questions. The artifacts that come in will be aggregated and curated and ultimately end up in a public art installation that will take place in Norway in two cities, Bergen and Trondheim, in their public libraries.
Here's how you can join in on our project. First, take a selfie that you would post on social media and take a moment to write about why you would choose to post it. What does the image reveal about you? What message does it send to your friends and followers? Next, look at your answer from above and think about what other qualities or aspects of yourself are missing from that image. Go ahead and list these aspects of your identity. You are so much more than your selfie. Consider some reasons why a selfie might limit an understanding of who you are. Next, we invite you to compose an unselfie, a representation of yourself to be shared online, but one that's not limited to a self-portrait. How could you present a part of yourself with a different kind of image? It doesn't have to be a picture of you. There are many ways to represent yourself visually. Now, create the image that is your unselfie. Step 4 is to write your artist statement. Now, take the time to write a caption that's a few sentences long, explaining your choices in rethinking your selfie and why you made your unselfie the way that you did. Finally, Post your work. Pick a platform of your choice, Twitter or Instagram, to post your selfie and your unselfie along with your caption. We would love to showcase your ideas and images in our art installation at the public library. If you would like to be included, be sure to include hashtag #SelfieUnselfie in your caption and be sure to post your picture on a public account. Or you can send your work to selfieunselfie@gmail.com. Thank you for participating in Selfie Unselfie. We can't wait to see what you make.